Welcome to the channel Movies 360 Kill Count, where we count all the kills and deaths in a movie. I'm Aruj and today we are looking at movie Cocaine Bear, released in 2023, directed by Elizabeth and written by Jimmy Warden. Cocaine Bear is a comedy animal survival movie in which we see after a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage, an eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists and teenagers assemble in a Georgia forest, inspired by the true story. Now let's see the kills and deaths of movie Cocaine Bear, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. A plane filled with bricks of cocaine is being smuggled when the plane malfunctions and begins to go down. The smuggler sticks bricks in several duffel bags and throwing it in the forest, and when he attempts to parachute out from the plane, unfortunately he hits his head on the way out and falls to his death. A detective named Bob hears about the plane crash and the dead smuggler. Knowing that the smuggler is linked to Sid, whose operation he is being investigating, Bob decides to go to the forest to investigate. Next, we see two hikers, Olaf and Elsa, are hiking happily through the forest. They see the bear in the distance, acting unusual. They didn't know that the bear did the cocaine. Although the hikers are charmed by the bear's unusual behavior, but they get scared quickly when the bear notices them and approaches in an aggressive fashion, and they realize that the bear is not friendly. Olaf tries to advise Elsa that people shouldn't flee from black bears, but she doesn't listen and ran from there. Then Olaf also followed her and got hit by the tree branch and falls. The bear quickly catches the fleeing Elsa and trying to eat her. Elsa did everything to escape, but bear rips her apart in front of a despondent Olaf, and Olaf quickly runs away from there. Now let's move to the next kill, where Sari manages to hide from bear while Peter climbs another tree, and the bear begins climbing a tree to get Henry. The bear almost reaches Henry when it smells the cocaine on Peter, who is covered in coke. It ignores the child and climbs down Henry's tree to run over to Peter's tree. It climbs Peter's tree and rips Peter apart while Henry jumps down to Sally, and the two run off deeper into the forest, and we see Peter got killed and bear sucked all the coke from Peter's body. In next scene, we see Parker Liz makes it back to the ranger station, where she finds West and Ponytail ransacking it. Ignoring the teen, she calls for an ambulance. The bear soon shows up at the cabin and tries to get in. Liz tells Ponytail to open the front door so she can shoot it. Being injured and a terrible shooter, Liz ends up accidentally shooting Ponytail in the head and killing him instead, and bear run from there. The ranger Liz orders West to close the door, but suddenly the bear then breaks through a window and attacked West. In next scene, we see two parademics, Beth and Top, arrived at the station, but they were shocked to see the dead body of Ponytail. Then Beth sees Ranger Liz, who is barely conscious, on the floor. Then Beth tries to get her in the ambulance because she was in shock and couldn't speak. On other side, Tom opens a door to a closet from which blood is seeping out. There he saw beheaded body of West and finds the bear groaning on West's decapitated head. Then Tom distracts the bear and manages to jump in just as the ambulance leaves. Then in next scene, we see they all are trying to run from there, and Tom is unable to close the doors of the speeding vehicle. Then the bear follows them, and it's so fast that within seconds it reached them and jumped into the ambulance. In this chaos, Parker Liz falls out from the ambulance and is crushed to death on the road. And in ambulance, Tom got attacked by the bear and finally ripped apart by the bear. And Beth loses control of the ambulance and crashes into the tree. Since she didn't have time to buckle, she flies out of the windshield to her death. Now let's move to the next kill, where Detective Bob distracts the bear with a bag of coke because bear begins menacing everyone on the ground. Bob takes a brick of cocaine out of the duffel and throws it into the woods, so the bear chases after it. Then Detective Bob told everyone to leave the forest. Suddenly Bob is shot by the mystery assailant. Sid walks up and reveals himself as the shooter. The drug dealer Sid forces a group to go deeper into the forest to recover whatever coke they can, and in flashback we see that they found the dead body of hiker Olaf, who we saw in starting got eaten by the bear. Then Sid takes all of them to the bear cave to recover the remaining coke. In final act, we see bear followed them to the cave, where all of them are stuck at the waterfall. Sari grabs the kids and jumps off the cliff into the water below, and all three survived the fall. On the other side, bear reaches them and tries to attack Sid. So Eddie and Darby decides to jump, and Sid shot bear several times, and bear falls from there and it seemingly dies. Then Sid tries to recover the last bag of coke, but he accidentally throws a packet of coke which got exploded, and by sniffing that, the coke revives the bear. and it climbs up and start attacking Sid and open up his stomach and served him to its cubs. Then after that, bear throws the Sid from the cliff and he also got killed.